Hey guys, hey. Shout out to the Venture Replay game. Oh, okay, hold on. What up, what up, what up, boo? I'll be back.
Okay. So we're going to do a breakdown. Basically, we're going to keep it real about the Ness versus Brianna situation. My name was brought into it for some reason. I don't know why, because I have nothing to do with neither one of them. And I have no dog in this fight, but since since they want to include me and shit, we're gonna give a breakdown on how we feel about both parties. you know, and it's gonna be unbiased on my end. I'm sure it's gonna be unbiased on Uppity's end, and that's just what's gonna end up happening. Now, there's gonna be people that don't like what I have to say, but I also seen Truth Enterprises live, and I'm gonna speak on that as well. I'm gonna speak on the King Roman situation with, the Brianna, Ness. Everybody's going to be discussed. So, and I don't give a shit. So I just want that to be a thing. And just because you're discussed doesn't mean you're going to be like talked about in a negative way, but you will be discussed. So we're just waiting for Uppity to come back because we're going to have this conversation. And it's not going to be an easy conversation to have. But I did see YouTube cameras. I wanted to say YouTube cameras, if you're listening, that I seen your live this morning. But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Hey, what up, Bikini? What up, what up, what
What's
up?
up?
Yes, there's been a lot going on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of things we have predicted, we talked about, you know,
Hmm.
a lot of things. I call us Nostradamus, Cleo, whatever you like, because we said a lot of this stuff.
Right. And
I
before
just
I
go
want to
ahead.
ask you something because I was like, wait a second, because I really ain't been like really focused on this stuff like that. And like
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to do, other things. But the thing is, are you and Ness on good terms or what's? Because the last time we left off, I remember y'all was trying to have, y'all was trying to have a conversation.
I wouldn't say we're friends or anything. What I've been trying to be is coexisting with people in this space. I could say that's what I've been trying to do, coexist. I haven't really even been involved in the B sector like that, period, because it's been very boring, lackluster. I've been like in other aspects of YouTube because you get tired of the same thing, same play, same complaints, same begging. Oh, and then the begging was going to overdrive, so I really couldn't take it. And I just was focused on my life and going forward because I got a bunch of stuff going on myself. What up, Miss Rhonda? So I wouldn't call us friends. Absolutely not. Coexisted. That's why I was shocked when she said I flipped on her the other day. I'm like, flipped on you? Like, girl, are you okay? But go ahead.
Well, what situation is she saying you flipped on her about?
Well, I had went to Lemons the other night. I'm trying to think what happened. Yeah, I think I was in Lemons Clouds, and I saw it was funny that her and Lemon got back together because I believe she did take his page, to be honest. But she said because that's what the receipt said. Well, she was one of the people, right? So
Yeah.
they was getting back to Vegas. So I was trying to see, like, is this a play? Like, I just felt like there was some underlying thing, but I just couldn't figure out what it was. So once in a while, what up, Kalia Boo? When I could catch them, I would try to like just try to what you call it? What up, Chanel Huffman? Hold on, let me just ban this person. Yeah, but anyway, so him and Ness was on the panel. They were having some type of interaction, but it was another person live. So I left, and when I came back, it seemed like they was kind of arguing, but you couldn't really be sure. And then the next thing I know, Lemon was like, "Yeah, I know," and then dropped her. I was like, "What? What the fuck?" And he has that thing where you can't rewind the video. So I'm like, "Wow, all right." And then I forgot who came up there. So I was like, so I left and I came back, and then I seen Queen Tracy on the platform. I'm like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck is going on?" So I went up there to say, "What up, Queen Tracy?" And Lemon, trying to tell Lemon like he really should apologize because he did Queen Tracy wrong. I had been trying to tell him that, but him and Tracy had a talk, and then we was talking. Lemon asked the very next day, Lemon replayed what happened. That's how I got to see it. And basically, from what I heard, it felt like they were throwing jabs at each other, but Ness likes to do that thing where she could do something to you, but if you do it back, suddenly you're the bad person. So I told him, and that's what I felt what was going on. I don't understand how it escalated from that to apparently now she's not going to go anymore. She does, Lemon done fell back out. So that's what I was saying. But my main purpose for anyway was going up there for this new weirdo they got around here, that
Mm.
goofy ass nigga that think he gonna come speaking it on me. So I went up there because he's obsessed with Lemon. I think he got a crush on Lemon. He's another guy
Who
that's
you
over here
talking
that's
about?
in the club. Goosey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he's from the West Coast. What is it with you guys in the West Coast? Now I know West Coast niggas don't be getting down like that representation over here, but like, girl, it's
I
looking
do
bad for
not
y'all.
know. These men are very special, and I'm talking about all of these men around here. They're all questionable, and and a lot of them, like I said, most of them are on the DL. So I mean, what do you
Yeah, he's
expect?
definitely.
What do
Yeah,
you
because they
expect?
said I didn't know how old he was, but can you imagine being in your early 20s, sitting around a bunch of people that the average age is? All right, thank you, boo. Have a blessed day at work. Can you imagine being in your late teens, early 20s, hanging around a bunch of people that's 35 plus, and we're not even doing anything. What the hell? It's not. We're not even doing anything that people in that age group would even find interesting. The storylines, nothing. You know.
Right. But we
So I
here
look,
for the Brianna thing.
right, right,
So
right. But oh yeah, so yeah, but you asked me, so that's how I was telling you. So
right.
yeah, I gave Lemon my opinion. Apparently, Ness called that flipping on her, but I don't know, child. You know how weird ass people in the chat be. But the reason why even Ness got even a chance to ask me that question was because I had told Lemon that night because nobody was talking about it. I had heard that day I was out. When I came back, I seen True Enterprise, and she had Brianna and that guy remix name in the title. And I forgot how she worded it, but you could tell it was a problem. And this is right around the time Lemon was supposed to go live. So when I heard that live, that Truth did, I said, "Oh yes, I'm going to Lemon panel today because I'm gonna make sure everybody talks about this shit." Right. So that was
Yeah.
my intention going to Lemon's panel. So a bunch of other shit started winding up going on. But I finally remembered, I got back on track, and I said, and I went up there, I said, Lemon, what happened with this remix and Brianna situation? Remix, and Lemon's like, what you talking about? But I said, Ness shared a video, and she said at the 15-minute mark, he was basically admitting that Mr. Pettyville been gone. She's been on here pretending to have sex with a phantom man and pretending he's still around, but he left her prior to Christmas. And
Mm.
Lippman was like, "What? I did not hear that." And I was like, "Well, somebody had to see the video because Ness shared it." Because Lippman was like, "Well, he don't got a lot of people in his. He don't got a lot of subscribers. Nobody really watch him." I said, "I know, but Ness shared him. So somebody in this fucking sector saw it. Cause shit, I shared out pills, and Jay Wooster found out what the fuck I said. So, so I know somebody saw it. You know, all the people in his chat, everybody act like they didn't see it, including this nigga that's up here, Goosey, want to be in everybody's business, but they were scared. So I said, I guess I gotta wait for Ness to come live and spill the tea, and that she did, and it's been on fire ever since. But I had to hit you up because since that shit came out on fire, do you know Poverty is out here talking about how she gonna allow you to eat her coochie so you could give information like you her doja or something? I had to when I heard that shit on the Truth Enterprise, I had to share it because I personally know you wouldn't get that bitch a cash out, much less spit on her. She was on fire. Did she forget that her computer back sat there and when you try to pretend to be a friend and recorded your conversation and it's tried to exploit and extort you over that bullshit? Did they forget that shit? But I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Right, which is why I was like, because when I heard about that, I went over to Pizarro's because I was wondering, because I've been seeing like I seen what Ness was talking about and the whole remix interview, and then I seen what I wanted to see what Pizarro's response was, and when Pizarro was saying that all I gotta do is flirt with this heat to get Ness's information. I don't have shit to do with neither one of y'all. Like I mean, like I'm not beefing with neither one of y'all to be perfectly honest. I'm not, in the game currently, but you're not going to get me to do shit. You can't make I mean, and I don't look at you like that. I know I don't know what you have in your mind, Pizarro, but I don't look at you like that at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? And especially, I mean, first of all, I don't even know I don't even know what you look like, first of all. Secondly, so that's a whole mystery. And then the way that you described yourself, I don't even want to get there. But the whole thing is that you're just not never. So I'm like, what that girl, I don't look like I'm not Brianna. I'm not desperate when it comes to women. Women are the last of my concern. I get women very easily. I'm not unattractive at all. So I don't understand how a woman can I mean, I don't know why Pizarro speaks to me like I'm 600 pounds and shit like that or whatever. Or oh, I can just do this, bitch. I can, if I want some, I can get some with no problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and gets mine. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not helping you bitches out with shit. I'm not helping Ness out with shit. I'm not helping, which she doesn't need my help with anything or whatever. But I'm not help because she's got it with the whole remix situation or whatever, but I'm not helping you guys out with shit either because you guys have crossed me in the past. You guys have crossed me and shit like that or whatever for no apparent reason. And when that whole recording came out, that was right after the peace treaty was signed. That was after the whole peace treaty happened where where Pizarro went behind the scenes to beg me to stop talking shit about Brianna because it was hurting Brianna's feelings. That's what she told me. She told me to stop talking about Brianna. Next thing I know, a few weeks after that or a week after that, Brianna is doing a recording. After I agreed to leave Brianna alone because I kept going at her on my community wall, doing simple community wall posts and shit like that or whatever. And I agreed to the peace treaty that Pizarro brokered between us. And next thing I know, Brianna crosses me, and I said, and then after she put out that recording, I said, Brianna, why did you? I asked Brianna, I was like, why did you do that? Like, why did you do that after And I was like, after we didn't had that agreement or whatever, and I was just like, why did you do that to me? And she was like, oh well, I did that to hurt Ness. It wasn't about you. I did that to hurt Ness, but bitch, I'm involved. Now you involved me again. That's why I don't like you. That's why I always fuck with you any chance I get, and I talk about you any chance I get. And I don't understand why Brianna always wants to people to think that she's this big innocent fat bitch and shit like that, because that will never be her title around here. She is sneaky. She is vindictive. Her and Ness are the same bird. What they Wait, what's that saying? Two wings of the same bird. Two
The
wings of the
bird.
same bird. One is just overweight,
Preach.
and one is just, well, both of them are overweight. They both overweight, but I mean, yeah. But they two wings of the same bird and shit like that or whatever. And Brianna had a nice little support group yesterday after that whole thing with Ness. And at one point in time, I did feel bad about what Ness was doing, because I said to myself, even though she crossed me, I said to myself, why is Ness doing that? Why did she do that to that girl and stuff like that? That's what I was thinking. But then I thought. Then I seen at the end of the live, Brianna was bringing back up that recording. So I was like, oh shit, I can't even feel bad for you. Like, look at what
I
you
was just
do.
about to say, do you know they brought up the recording again? She was
Yeah,
trying to deflect so fucking hard. Like, how heady recording get brought up from before Christ was born? Like, why y'all going back that far?
a recording
What
from
else,
two
Sassy
years ago.
Francis?
A recording from 2 years ago. Like, bitch, that I mean, I know you don't have nothing, like you have no ammunition with currently present day, you have no ammunition when it comes to Ness, but you got to do better than that, because I don't like to be included in shit, especially when I'm not out here bothering anybody. Like, don't put me in none of that bullshit and stuff like that, because if I start to get creative and I start to, pull up what I have that I never put out on you or your family, you're not going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were on your panel kissing your ass for their own agendas or whatever. But I mean, I just don't understand. I don't get Brianna, and I'm like, Brianna's not innocent in the situation, but at the same time, like, I honestly feel like Ness, we will get to why I think Ness is doing this, and I don't think it has anything to do with a recording. Because if that was the case, Ness would have got Brianna a long time ago. I think that's a part of it, but I think it's deeper than that or whatever when it comes to Ness, because Ness has more of a problem with Brianna than I ever did. So
Well, he somebody just asked, can we someone drop the leak the Hinks channel? Do you have a channel now?
I don't have no. I'm not. No, I don't have no channel. I don't have a
Yeah, I
channel.
knew you did. I just wanted you to say because I don't want them to say, "Oh, I hate it." No, I hate. Hedy has not been around. I told you, I kind when I want to talk to Hedy, I hit up on email, and like I said, I didn't really. I saw them playing that old video because I was back and forth because there was a lot going on. Everybody was live at the same time, so I see that, and I was like, you know what? That's expected. I'm not going to even bother Hedy. But then when I heard that video that Troop Enterprise did, and apparently because I had peeked in Poverty's video. And Poverty, I see you bringing up my children. Bitch, we seen your camera slip with your kid, your kids. Like, stop it. Stop it. And we seen that when you put that purse on that counter, that purse that looked like you came out some type of machine that you put $1 in, or you win one of you them pin drop things, and then you talk about some. And then when I heard Troop Enterprise, she said, "Oh, I could he basically trying like she runs Hedy. What up, Anti? She run Hedy, and Hedy's so in love with her. He don't even give you cash apps. Hedy used you. She told you that. It was chump change. This is somebody with real money, not like ghetto broke ass. You know what I'm saying? Giving you
Right.
$50, expecting some coochie in return. Like Hedy is what I'm talking about in a female version. Some guys can spend you like $500-$600. That's nothing to them pocket change, but it changes your life. So that's what's going on there, and that's always what has been going on. Poverty. I've been telling you that Hedy gives you pocket change that changes your life. You never made an impact on hers. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh, this bitch is getting besides herself." First, you talk about my kid. Well, if you know, took lied about my kids, and now you going in my friend, knowing my friend could do you dirty. So I said, I'm gonna just go on and tell Hedy so I can embarrass this bitch. And that's what. Then now Hedy's here embarrassing you, lying ass whores, because y'all did Hedy wrong. So why you acting like you got a friend I'll never know?
Yeah, no, like if it would be different, like if Brianna never did shit to me and stuff, this whole innocent act that they're trying to make it seem as though Brianna never done anything to me. But no, Brianna has crossed me more than once and shit like that, even to showing her ugly ass friends my photo, which was already public because it was on my Cash App and shit like that or whatever. And I'm not ashamed of myself.
Oh, yeah, I
She
forgot
started
about
that.
that.
She started the beef between us in the whole beginning, because in the
You're
beginning, I was
right.
trying to be cool with Brianna and shit like that or whatever, cool with her, not be like friends or anything, but be cool because this is the arena that I'm in and stuff like that. But when she started like, showing her friends like what I look like, and they were like posting my picture in the like putting my picture in the chat or whatever, like didn't feel no type of way because like I was like, well, I look better than all of y'all. So I really don't. I mean, that's not really a drag. It would have been a drag if
There
I
we
was like
go.
an ugly person, but that's not a drag to post somebody that looks better than y'all. So I mean, I didn't understand. Oh, did you see somebody I heard Miss Olivia. And one thing I wanted to say yesterday, Brianna was getting pissed off with anybody who was not going along with her narrative. Her
Oh yeah, I
narrative.
saw that. I
Oh
saw
yeah,
that.
she was like she was
He was trying
so,
her hardest to tell Brianna in the nicest way possible. You are
he
getting
didn't want
played.
you.
Computer,
Right.
yeah, Computer Back was insisting on, no, this is showing that men find me desirable. Bitch, no, it didn't. It showed that men know you lack self-esteem. He even straight up said it. How you let a nigga control you that you ain't never seen or touched? You not only is you got low self-esteem, you a weak-minded ass bitch. As much as you try to repeat the thing, and y'all not a friend of her telling her she got a nigga crashing out. No, he got her crashing out, hiding her fucking page. Like this bitch is a weirdo. She needs some fucking self-esteem. Y'all need to encourage this girl, like, hey, Bree, why don't we take a field trip to the gym? Okay, why don't we take a field trip to your park and let's see you walk around, bitch. We gonna motivate you. We gonna send you some cash apps so you can spend on some picture money. This bitch don't even like. Why you want to take photos to prove you got fatter? Shut up.
I mean,
Go ahead, Edie.
you know, me, you, China White, I mean, in 2000, not even last year, in 2000, 2 years ago, we was telling
Mhm.
y'all about these Umar boys and stuff and how they
Right.
using y'all for their own agenda because their sector is trash and nobody watches
Mhm.
them. And of
Right.
course, they're gonna pick low self-esteem, ugly girls to go at, I mean, to
Mhm.
befriend. And even the men that's not even in the Umar sector, they go after the ugly bitches that want a couple of dollars and shit, and all they gotta do is butter you
Uh-huh.
up. Look at ZX. He be on the links kissing Brianna's ass now, but he
Right.
was just comparing her. I mean, he was doing a whole thing about her body and how her body type look and shit like that. He was dragging the shit out of her. Brianna wants men around her that are going to kiss her ass and lie to her and shit like that. And
Right.
ZX knows all I gotta do is say some nice kind words to these ugly ass bitches, and they gonna let me on their panel so I can say what I need to say. And he be now, you know, he's a part of the support group yesterday, and he was like, yeah, baby, 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 and all this stuff. He was calling Brianna baby and all this other stuff, and I was like, oh my god, like, I mean, these men don't want you, Brianna. Remix did not want you. He had an agenda the entire time. The fact that he had a recording of y'all conversations and he was recording you since the beginning, he's had an agenda the entire time. He let him get his 15 seconds, 5 seconds of fame and shit like that, but don't disappear because you got a fucking graduation and shit like that or whatever. And I think, you know, is Brianna, I mean, is Brianna more accomplished in real life than Ness? Sure, sure she is. But if she was an average sized woman, will we be giving her the pat on the back for the mediocrity that she
What to
has in
do.
her
That's
real
right.
life?
What to do.
Will we be
But
giving
do
her?
she for that?
No,
But
but I'm
he
just
do she get
saying.
points
But
for
let
that? Yeah.
I'm just saying, if Brianna was a regular sized woman, the mediocre shit that she does would not be applause worthy. You know, because usually you get a degree in your, you know, you finish up your degree in your 20s, unless you're
Your
getting
mid
like,
20s,
unless,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So this girl that's in her mid 30s, we're applauding her for extending her education and shit like that. Well, pat on the back to you. And sure, she does have a couple of more accomplishments than Ness because Ness never thought to herself, well, maybe if I further my education or if I get some real credentials or I get
True.
some real trade, like I was
Trade,
telling her to
yeah.
get, I told her to get a trade, maybe she wouldn't be working in call centers. But Ness was too stupid to understand that, hey, maybe he actually, you know, was trying to help your stupid ass and broke ass and shit. So you would never have to work in call centers again. But see, this is the energy. So and Ness is probably going to end up with egg on her face too because this just going to die out very quickly.
It's already
And
starting.
you
He's
because
sitting over there with Kim.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, you know that's the graveyard for people who don't even matter and shit like that or whatever.
Right.
Shakim wants he wants to be like a part of the beef sector so fucking bad.
So bad.
He starts to tell himself that he's beef sector. Nigga, like you came from somewhere else. You were not born in the beef sector, so you will never be beef sector, dude. Just embrace your Umarness and move on. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he right. But he can I say this? And I'm
Hmm.
not trying to take anything away from I'm not trying to take anything away from computer back. But let's be clear, this bitch didn't have no game. I even try to put computer back on game. But like even with the gym shit, how she to listen to me because I'm the one that even got her pretending to go to the gym. Like if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't even pretend to go to the gym. But I actually like I was gonna be a friend. We both because I got clearly I ain't got the big issue she got. But I said we could do the exercise and I'll do video for video. We did one video and she stopped. But at the end of the day, what up, so fly boo? She okay, yes, she is doing better than us, but that's easy to do. Like that's like it's like dragons. You don't really get no points for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Brianna is at the stage that my daughter that's about to be my daughter about to be 21 in March. My daughter's about to achieve that same accomplishment. She's just now achieving in her mid 30s. By this age, I have I have a cousin around her age. She's already a intellectual attorney. You know how hard because anybody could be an attorney. Them shits is like whatever. But you got to have specialization. My cousin, her job is intellectual property theft, and she's in her mid 30s, and she's going for her master's, almost finished with that shit. So computer back been going to the fucking 4 year college for over 8 now. Whoop the fucking do, bitch. Go ahead.
That's why I said, like, we give her a pat on the back for doing like stuff that a normal sized woman, can easily. I mean, that does. If she was a normal sized woman, we wouldn't be patting her on her back. We'd be like, oh, okay, you're furthering your education at what, 35, 34, in your mid 30s. Get the fuck out of here. But
Oh, here's
it's
this
it's.
information. Look at this. I'm sorry, Heidi,
Huh?
but look at this. This is important. I did see VS go live while I was getting my baby ready for school, and she offered him $500 because he said he got pictures of computer back in the shower. So this person said DG, because I was over there, I heard them. DG and well, I didn't hear this part. DG and Remix are dragging Brianna now on Shaquin's panel. For y'all know, and Remix turned down $600 from VS, but is doing an interview with DG for free.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I just really hope that this shit didn't really affect Brianna that bad, due to the fact that, I hope it didn't affect her that bad, because like, this dude clearly is not very bright. He's not very bright. You know what I'm saying?
And these are
What
issues. And but
I
I feel
mean,
the
but
exact opposite.
this isn't
I feel it. Well, can I
right.
say this? I feel the exact opposite, Brianna. And remember to slide up and down, not across, to be effective, baby. Go ahead, Heidi.
Right. But remember, we let's be non-biased about this. Let's be logical about what we're saying here. Because we could
Yeah.
talk all day about how we don't like somebody and be coming from an emotional place, but I'm telling you that he's not that bright. And we know
No,
that.
I still
He's
I
not
agree
that
with
bright.
you. I
Right.
agree. He not only is he
But
not
it's
that
like
bright,
we
he's
don't.
broke.
Right. And then with the whole thing with Brianna, I do feel like I mean, I feel like Ness gets off on destroying people. Ness gets off on
Oh
seeing
yeah,
people in she gets off on seeing people in pain.
he
And
does.
I never met a person who finds joy in someone else's pain like Ness does. I truly feel Ness is truly very evil and shit like that. And I think that if Brianna had any sense, she would stop being emotional about this shit and understand who it's coming from and where it's coming from, and she would continue to keep doing her lives and keep going live and shit. And not even I mean, because you can't say you're unbothered, Brianna, when you are going
Right.
live and you dragging Lolo's dead relatives, Ness's dead relatives, and all this shit or
Back.
whatever. That Ness gets off on that. So you're not being very bright when you're giving Ness fueling her energy, because Ness gets off on negativity and shit like that. She gets off on hurting people and making people trying to destroy people and shit like that. She gets off on that. That's why nothing ever happens good when that's in life, and it doesn't ever last, because she does those evil type of things and stuff, and it karma comes right back, and that's very quickly. So it's like Brianna needs to understand. I think that Brianna needs to stand. I mean, she needs to continue to do her lives and shit, and let this shit roll off her back. And don't be like dragging people from an emotional place and shit, but just keep going, because that's the main thing that those people over there want Brianna to do. They want Brianna to fold. They want Brianna to end herself and all this other stuff or whatever. Like, there was somebody that said, "Oh well." Somebody said the other day, like, what if Brianna like takes her life and stuff? Brianna has been getting called fat since the day she was born. She's been getting called fat. Calling her fat, calling her unwanted is something that she's been rejected her entire life. So that's not gonna make her do anything to herself, especially a dude with below average intelligence that has a low IQ like Remix. I would never. I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Brianna? Like, but you stepping away for a graduation and all this bullshit. Like, no, you need to keep going live and shit like that. Can make your money. They capitalizing off of you. Everybody that made a coin off of this shit or whatever, you might as well do the same. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want me to be honest, Uppity, I do feel as though Ness is envious towards Brianna. I'm not gonna just lay everything on 2024 and make it seem as though 2024 is the reason why Ness decided to fuck with Brianna. Ness has some sort of envy towards Brianna. I mean, I think that Ness sees Brianna as the girl that gets numbers, and Brianna can get numbers with ease. And Ness numbers, her numbers fluctuates. But when Brianna goes live, her numbers are usually consistent. It's usually 4, 5, 600 in the chat. Ness gotta work hard for her shit and stuff like that, and still don't, and you still ain't able to top Brianna. The only time, and her numbers started to increase by discussing who? Brianna and shit like that or whatever. So that's why I'm saying I think that Ness, I honestly think Ness has, she has some type of envy towards Brianna, because Ness thinks to herself, well, why is everybody doing this with this fat bitch? Why is everybody doing, I mean, why is this fat bitch
Yeah, I'm
getting
back.
so,
Sorry.
why is this fat bitch? Why is everybody watching this fat bitch? Why is everybody going to this fat bitch's channel? Why is everybody giving this fat bitch so much attention and shit like that? Ness can't understand that. That she got to work so hard to achieve something that's very easy for Brianna to achieve. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Ness is envious. I think it's a lot of envy there, and it's a lot. And if you just hear how evil it, I mean, how if you just hear how happy Ness was to hear that Brianna like could be hurting or in pain and shit like that, how she's getting off on this, how she's so happy. She's going live and she's so happy and she's giving people pep talks. But the moment people say something happy about something positive about their lives, like you, like when you say something positive, when you and Ness were beefing, when you said something positive about your life, Ness gets mad when you talk about positive shit. When you say something good about yourself, she don't
Yeah,
like
you
people to
notice that.
win.
That's what both of them know. But I'm gonna let you finish. But I'm gonna say how both of them are the same. But
Right?
Brianna
Oh
is
yeah,
better at
they
covering
are.
it.
They are. But I'm saying that but
But
I'm
no,
not
you
gonna
do
just
because Ness won't even like. I told you that since I've been cool with Ness, no matter because I'm not even one of those people that whether it could be any content creator. Let me not just use Ness. Any content creator I support is genuine. I'm not looking for a cash app. I'm not trying to quote unquote steal your subbies. I'm not sitting there for a redirect. It's just genuine. You know what I'm saying? As long as you like
right,
uh at a time when you're going live at a time that's convenient for me, I'll come and help support and get your channel off the ground. It's not a big thing, right? And plus I like doing it on
right,
other people's channel versus my own. But anyway, like if I had like when I want to do my like when I started going crazy with my pink kitchen, she ordered with something bringing up this random girl. She cooks, y'all. Y'all go subscribe to her channel and see her cook. If I put a post about Nala having any accomplishments, she has never said congratulations once. Not even with my older daughter that's Haitian like her. So she does that. At least computer back. She has enough cool to at least you know, do enough. Not too much, but she'll do enough so nobody else will notice her real intention.
right. And I'm saying like I'm just saying I think what Ness's intention behind this is. I'm saying why would Ness want to expose Brianna or put Brianna's stuff out there? What did Brianna do so much to Ness outside of the whole, because I don't even care about that whole recording shit from 2020 24 or whatever. Like it's not just about that, because people was bringing that up. Oh well, it was done to Heat and Ness and shit like that or whatever. So that's why Ness is doing this and stuff. Like, no, it's more than that, because I don't even give a shit about Brianna enough to even give a shit about any of the dudes that she talked to, because what did that remix interview really tell us? It told us what we already knew about Brianna. She's desperate. She's not the pick of the litter. And nothing, and the men in her life,
She's a
and the
woman of
men, and
litter.
most importantly, and most importantly, the men in her life use her. They don't genuinely love her, because
Right.
she's the fat girl that nobody
Mm-hmm.
really wants. So, and that's
Mm-hmm.
just the truth of the matter, but it's
Yeah.
on Brianna. I said, on this live, and I said to Brianna in not so many words, that you would have more options in life if you would just take care of yourself. You're the one who showed us 3 workout videos and you stopped working out. I don't understand why you gave up on yourself so quickly, but you definitely stopped the weight loss journey and shit like that or whatever.
Yeah,
But you can't
and she
go
and
to
she
the
already
gym.
admitted I was the one that told her to get in the gym, Heedy. So you've
Okay.
been this big all your life, and I'm the first person that encouraged you enough and was willing to go to the gym with you. That's crazy. After I did that suggestion, did she even? And it may be this. Computer back has a competitive spirit about her. When you computer back likes to, you know what computer back problem is, and this is probably why she doesn't have any genuine women in her life. I don't understand why her family don't like her because that did come out too. But I'm talking about as far as building like a sisterhood outside of your family. If you know what I'm saying, this is
Mm,
probably why computer back likes to when she finds somebody that is nice to her, genuine to her, she sees them as the lick men see her. So she turns around and wants to do that to women what men do to her. And then and she loves, like, I don't know if she wakes up every morning to Rihanna, I love the way you lie, but men can literally be plain in her face. But for that one moment, just because they, even though they pretend you being put over another woman, she'll feed into it. She's like, I'll just take it. I don't care if it's fake. Just give it to me so I can feel good. And within that moment, it's probably like why she binge eats it, knowing it's going to gain weight, but it feels too good in that moment to pass up. She's a hoarder of emotion and food.
exactly. And you know what? And guess who's been absent and who hasn't been around or whatever. Anytime Brianna, Pizarro, and Nika are on the chopping block, the only man around is ODS, and he's nowhere to be fucking found. He's never nowhere to be found, but they always find their way towards him when he's in a jam and when he's out here looking stupid, and they on the front lines for him. But we never see him on the front lines for, because he has alliances elsewhere. He has friendships elsewhere. So he's never gonna stick his neck out for Brianna, but Brianna keeps calling him a friend. We ain't seen him help out with the remix shit. Hell, the least you could do is lift a finger with the remix stuff or whatever ODS, but you only think about yourself and you use them bitches for a bag too. That's why I did enjoy Uppity community wall when she said that the Umar boys and just the boys in general, they run trains on these bitches because they're dumb. They think they got a friend,
Absolutely. They
you
do.
know.
And no matter how many times it happens, like they don't even give it a break. It could happen, like literally somebody coming with the same game in a different tone. And they be like, okay, let me run from this mistake to that mistake. Then when it gets happening again, and you know what's crazy? They take it out on the supporters, not even these niggas. Y'all supporting these men. You mean the ones you was advertising? Now you mad? What up, Mr. Barron? Crack smoke? Like these bitches are dumb. And then they like to call, and then they love to talk about how pretty and bad bitches they are. No, 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 no. You can't talk it, you gotta live it. Certain niggas you wouldn't even allow in your space. Like, and it was crazy to me. He sat here and said he don't need computer back to feed him. He could go to his 20-year-old daughter. Nigga, what? And these are the type of bitches you think niggas supposed to be like. Majority of these niggas, and they be swearing to God you jealous. Like these niggas can't even say hi to me. Majority of the niggas that be embarrassing been on my block list from day one. The fuck?
That's why I was like, I be like laughing at these girls, like y'all can't even get no money out of dudes. Y'all paying dudes, and y'all thinking that y'all was gonna disrespect me. How you gonna disrespect me? I'm literally giving to charity at this point. When I came in, I was giving you, I was donating to you stupid ass bitches and shit, so that I could get on. Hell, everybody else was using y'all. Why not myself? But not only, but it was a situation where it was I was helping out. They were doing something for me. I was doing something for them, but
Right.
there, but in the situations with these guys, there's no reciprocity. These dudes ain't doing shit for them. Brianna did not benefit from a relationship with a remix, but Brianna is so desperate, and that's what China White and yourself was even trying to tell Brianna, like, and we don't even like her and shit, but
Right.
we was trying to tell her 2 years ago that these dudes don't fuck with you, they don't like you, they don't want you,
Mhm.
nobody thinks you're sexy, no matter how
Nobody.
many AI pictures you do of yourself, looking
Right.
skinnier or looking attractive, they don't want you. Olivia was trying to tell you yesterday, the dude don't want you. He ain't looking. He was never interested. Oh, but
Right.
I was, and but no, because she was about to snap on Olivia because Olivia was trying to
Yeah.
like tell her the
Yeah.
truth.
She
Brianna
did
don't
not
want
want
to
to
hear the
hear
truth.
nothing. She didn't want to hear nothing. It's weird. And Ness is the same way. Like when I was trying to tell her when I was talking one day, she was trying to tell me, I don't know why Jay Wilson listened. I said, listen, Ness, I think this loving relationship you think you have with Jay Wilson is really one way. Jay Wilson really don't care. But if he had to pick somebody, it probably would only be Vivian. And it's a scratch to say, "Ah, okay, you know what? Go ahead and keep thinking he love you. Go ahead, girl. I don't give a fuck. You ain't my child. They
Right.
don't
And
want
I
to hear the truth. Yeah, it's impossible.
exactly. Exactly. So I'm like, and then we don't see, and then a lot of these people are nowhere to be found. A lot of these people are nowhere to be found. Then they tried to drag Nika into it. Nika trying her best to help out
But why? But
defend.
he did you see? I don't know if you saw it, but right before this happened, this is not too long ago. Shaquem went ham on Lady Nika, cursed her out, took her mindset because she wasn't supporting him. So he was tired of her not supporting him but being everywhere else. So he cursed her out and took her mindset. Brianna went live. The people were asking Brianna what she gonna do about it. And she said she ain't got nothing. She said that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not getting in that. Only to turn around and you got to sit up there and lie and have somebody who's clearly aggressive towards women and don't got no type of moral compass. So now this got another nigga that's gonna be on Nika neck. But meanwhile, the nigga that's at your beck and call and you could easily squash because he can't eat without you. You won't even tell him to chill on Nika to turn around and use her. That's why I don't like Brianna ass. She's weird like that.
Well, Brianna don't gotta show Nika the same loyalty as Nika showed them because remember, because as Nika has to show them or whatever, or even Pizarro or ODS whatever, but because we got to remember Brianna is at the top of the pyramid when it comes to their friendships and shit. Brianna's their boss, so Brianna doesn't have to do half the shit that Nika does.
Right,
Nika be on these
right.
panels looking stupid and shit like that. Brianna doesn't have to do that. She don't have to do that. Brianna has never went on any type of campaign when it came to Nika. She ain't never
Sure
helped
hasn't.
out. But
Mm-mm.
Nika's on the front lines with this whole remix shit. Even though the cat's out the bag, even though Brianna's looking crazy and shit like that or whatever, the
It
cat's
had nothing
already
to
out
do
the
with
bag.
her.
Right.
They've been cupcaking on the phone for according to computer back for over a year. The nigga go to expose her. Computer back runs to get Lady Nika to try to get him. Like, come on now, Lady Nika is not that. No offense, Lady Nika, but you are not that one that commands respect. Computer back would have been better running to get VS, but she know VS was gonna tax her ass for it though. But that's if she wanted to accomplish something, she should have ran and got VS. What was Lady Nika gonna do? They already feel like Lady Nika is a known liar, beggar, all this other stuff. So you brought her up here as a shield, bitch. As a shield. And I guess because she had poverty do that wish list to get them gifts for that fella, even though he already left. But let me tell you why he left computer back. He give me them vibes. You know them broke ass niggas that don't do shit for their kids all year and they know they baby mama finna file taxes, so they want to come around right around Christmas, and he got to spread himself between a couple of households. So they go in trying to get good with every baby mama so they can get a car, some gear. Knowing him, he probably get a car from one, watch from the other, some new gear, some Jordans from this one. He got all them fucking kids, but he got to go put in his rounds with his kids' mother so he can steal his kids' SSI or his kids' tax income. You know the rise, bitch. The fuck out of here. And the way you been
Exactly.
begging, your check ain't hitting like it's supposed to. Cause I seen you chase BBW down for $5. What rich bitch does that? But go ahead. You giving sassy rich now. Sassy and ghetto type rich. That's what Brianna's giving me. But if she stop being such a trick and paying for these niggas that ain't gonna never see you in real life, only thing they're gonna do is gather the information to embarrass you and keep you out of a bag. Cause you need this bag. You begging for photographic pictures. You need this bag. Where you running to? If you hide your page, ain't YouTube not gonna pay you?
Exactly. And you know what? With the whole VS thing offering him money. My question is like, what would VS accomplish by interviewing somebody that's already been interviewed? See, when he was over at Ness, he already spilt all the beans. He's already done told us the majority of the shit that he has. And then when you went over to his live, he did nothing but regurgitate what he was saying at Ness's live, which means it's a nothing burger. So you gonna pay $600 for a dude that ain't gonna do shit but make shit up? That's gonna give you a nothing burger. We got the information from Ness's channel. He went over to his channel after Ness's live was done, and he just regurgitated and he repeated himself. And I mean, well, he repeated himself, and he pretty much, what else did he do? And he I mean, and he cussed her out. He was doing that in
Right,
Ness's. So it's
right.
like, I mean, BS, let's be smart about this shit. You should have like
But you know what I
offered that
think
dude.
BS was doing? I don't like BS, but I'm gonna be honest. What I think she
Okay.
was doing was fishing him out.
Mm,
Because if he really got the picture, because she, like she said, if you tell a computer back, I got 100 for, give me $100, and all this to go away. Well, I'm giving you, because basically she's cutting out his storyline. So he, because remember he kept saying, I'm gonna slow
okay.
walk these receipts. So he don't get to go around saying, well, I got this, I got that. And people inviting him to their panels, you know what I'm saying, getting cash apps to go on links
Right.
to basically circumvent. So basically she's saying like, hey, I got 500. And if you got her talking shit about any OG, I think she said $100 per OG, because I you got to say OJ, because these 2.0s nobody give a fuck. Everybody know all of these 2.0 bitches are slow as fuck. They go for anything. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got
Right.
shit. Well, you know what I'm saying? So that's why she said OG. So now he damn sure looking for fame and money, because he proved he was broke when his response to, she ain't gotta buy me lunch, I can hit up my daughter. Nigga, you only 40 years old, your daughter's in her early 20s, you should be lining her pockets so she can have a better start in life. Thank God my girls better thank God they mommy is allergic to broke dusty ass niggas. I wish a nigga would. I wish my daughter daddy would hit her up for fucking lunch money. The fuck.
So
I'll be on the
basically,
episode of Snap.
so basically, you're saying VS was trying to smoke him out. She was trying to
Right.
smoke him out he would not, so that he would basically revealed his hand. He revealed the
Right.
fact that he does not have anything
Correct.
on
Correct.
Brianna. And all he's
Correct.
doing right now is making up shit at this point because he's already spilled
Right.
everything. The first interview, and I want people to understand this, and this is real hardcore journalism. Sally Jesse Raphael, which I will say that would be you, because Sally Jesse Raphael is worth more, like double what Ricky Lake is worth. And we know Ricky Lake gave ghetto television. That's not what Uppity about. Uppity, that's why I call Uppity a Sally Jesse Raphael. Uppity's worth 40 million like Sally Jesse Raphael. So, like I
Thank
was
you.
saying, so like right. So, like I was saying, but with VS or whatever, so she was trying to fish him out to see what you got, what is the pick, all this stuff. And the thing is, and I didn't see it from that angle because it's like he doesn't have anything. And we know the, and also when I wanted to get back to the journalism thing is that journalism 101, the first interview is always going to be the best interview because the first interview is where they're giving everything up. He doesn't have nothing now. He doesn't have enough a leg to stand on. He doesn't have anything on Brianna, the shit that he's making up. And I didn't like how he was trying to strong arm YouTube cameras this morning. I didn't like how he was trying to strong arm her and basically say, if you keep disagreeing with me, if you keep being on Brianna's side with this, I'm gonna keep going at Brianna, and it's gonna be your fault that I do this and that to Brianna. Did you hear him threaten her?
No, I missed that. I said
Yeah,
hi this morning, but I want to go back to sleep. Oh
he was
wow.
trying to silence her. He was on her panel, and I guess YouTube cameras was giving Brianna the benefit of the doubt, trying to, give, and trying to, say what she felt about the situation, and she was on Brianna's side, I guess, on the situation. And he was like, well, if you keep on saying, X, Y, and Z about Brianna, then you're going to be the reason. You're going to be the reason. Basically, you need to shut the fuck up, or you're going to be the reason why I keep going, why I'm going to put this out, why I'm going to put that out. Bitch, we waiting on you to put it out because your 15 seconds of fame is up. After King Roman did his live and shit like that or whatever, your 15 seconds of fame is up because you're not even in the sector. So what you say don't even fucking matter to begin with. Okay, Brianna
Yeah,
was behind the scenes and she talked to you. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
and
Hoodie
we
said it
already
first.
know.
Hoodie did it first. That's why I told Key Roman. just interview Hootie. He has more cool kids. This nigga is what you call like Brianna, like them down bad niggas, like down bad. I feel like Roman should interview Hoodie because he was a married man at the time. Yeah, he was, and he brought out the first time. He's the one that first said that. And Peter Beck was behind the scenes. She was on the phones with him too. And and when he cursed out, he was like, "Girl, I was only using your fucking ass to try to get subscribers and get on, bitch. Ain't nobody fucking like it." Like he was going in on her, and he big as hell too. And Brianna like 600 pounds. He probably like 4. So he was going in on her ass, and he's like, "I don't know why you dare for a second thing you would ever come over my wife." Because apparently Computer Back was behind the scenes trying to pressure him to make some type of choice. So these niggas be cupcaking with her. She know they married, and she got that I want to be picked syndrome. But no niggas gonna pick you. I get at least down to 300 pounds, Computer Back. I told her, even though I'm not 3, I get close sometimes. But I know I'm your body goes. I could tell by your AI pictures. What up, Liddy City?
They was guessing her weight over at Jay Wilson's this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, like
Oh yeah,
Brianna,
that's just
her. I
this
mean,
good. I'm sorry, He. She said VS was trying to gain leverage back into the B sector. She's destroying the monster she created while creating insurance for Brianna in case she bites the hands that save her. True. Yeah, VS is diabolical like that. I can see that. Go ahead, Edie.
yeah, and that okay, and that's why I mean that's why I said like I can I can see that angle. But then when we
Yeah,
watch
that's some shit
the
you do, Edie. That's some shit you would do.
well, and then we watched King Roman's live or whatever. So like, what did you think about that or whatever? Like,
I enjoyed it. I was like, damn, he petty like I like. When I seen that list of Brianna victims, I died. That shit was hilarious. You know, because it's right there because a lot of these people, but I ain't gonna say all of them because there are some subbies that are biased and can see both sides. They not some mindless peons and shit like that. So, but I thought that was very necessary because these people love to come up and be like, "Why are you doing this and why are you doing that?" Forgetting all the shit that they said and did, and karma just came around very quickly. So I feel like she's getting what she deserves. Some people feel like they ain't going. I heard Octavia's over on Shakim talking about they ain't going hard enough because they did him and Kiki worse.
yeah, Octavius need to sit his DL ass down somewhere. Please shut your ass up. We don't give a fuck about anything he has to say, clearly. But as far as the whole King Roman thing, I think like he put the thing on members only. But I was thinking to myself, like, is Remix even smart enough to flag anybody?
Right.
Like, I wouldn't
I
even
don't
have
know.
been worried about it. I mean, I would have
But
kept
he
it off of
probably trying to
members
run
only.
his members up, you know.
Which of course, but
Mhm.
I think that Ness was kind of thrown off because she thought that the members, I mean, the call ins was just going to be about Brianna. But Ness should know by now, like, they're not, they're going to always talk about you on those call ins. They're going to talk about everybody on those call ins.
Right.
So it's like, why are you that insecure every time a call in happens to go up to call in and defend yourself or whatever? Why don't you just let these subbies talk? Like, are you that insecure? Because they talk about all of us, and you ain't seen
Right. I
Pizarro
don't give
call
a
in.
fuck.
You ain't seen
Yeah. I'm good.
Brianna call in. You ain't seen Uppity call. I mean, you call in and give your
No,
take,
I
but you
call
don't
them for the
call in.
Brianna, of course, but I don't call them when they
Yeah,
talk about me. I don't give a fuck about the subbies. Mm-mm,
right. I
nah.
mean, it's just
But I have to
like,
make my victim impact speech because computer back always in my business. And even if it's not my business, she try to throw me in. Like every time they get embarrassed by these niggas, they want to pull me in, even though I'm the one. Well, me and you mainly was on how many lies that we do saying they using you, they don't like y'all ass, but y'all went back talking about we was jealous and shit. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
definitely not. I mean, I'm not jealous of
What?
shit. But as far as I be like, why doesn't this every time somebody like when they do those call-ins, why does she feel the need every single call-in to call in and get and to cuss people out? You just reveal to yourself how insecure you are with yourself and how you think that you think everything that they're saying about you, you think is true. Because if you didn't, you would not be calling in. You wouldn't even watch that shit. Why would you watch something where people are talking shit about you? That's stupid on your
Exactly.
part. And I
Exactly. But
and okay. What'd you say,
no, I
uppity?
was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say like I think it's like you said, it's an insecurity thing. But how do you feel about this guy that's exposing computer bag remix, because now what it looked like on Shakim platform, especially now the computer bag done hit her page. So the only person he could really go and sit comfortably would be YouTube cameras and beg for a redirect from. Oh, let me not get on track. But anyway, so now he got remix up there and they all chummy. Computer back is getting dragged. They setting up other lives to drag her and quote unquote expose her more on my God DG page. So it's looking more like these niggas played you the whole time, and Shakim is barely masking it. You know what I'm saying? And remix after Ness told him don't go after Roman, he was over there talking hot shit about Roman. So how long do you think this gonna last? You think she gonna keep playing with remix and he keep playing in Roman face?
No, I don't. And I also think what you said about Shakim, I think that, I mean, is that somebody that you really want to have to be a mod on your channel? That's even letting that do it on your link. Like, I told one thing about these people who have larger platforms, they possess a level of power. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? You could easily shut this guy down by ridding yourself of these Umar people. You are perpetuating the problem, Brianna, because you keep letting these people around you who do not mean you no good. Shakim, if he was truly on fucking with you, he would not have remix on the he remix would not be involved in this equation. And he is. He would not allow remix on his channel. He would not allow want to hear anything remix has to say. He would be dragging remix. He would be an advocate and shit like that. But you don't have any advocates. Like we said, ODS is somewhere in the abyss. ODS is somewhere in the abyss. We don't know where ODS is at. He's supposed to be your day one, and he ain't nowhere to be found. He's bitching
But
out
he
like he
pop out
usually
when it's
does.
time for a woman, just like Shakim. She enjoys that shit. But what she realized, that's why I told you, real men don't want to fight with women. They come out when it's time for the men. But these bitches, they can't handle the women that they bother, and they self-esteem so low. They enjoy that shit. So it's hard for anybody to feel sorry. So unfortunately, there's not. We're having a discussion, but there's never going to be no outrage. Go ahead.
If Rihanna would have stopped her support, her minions would have followed suit. Nika would have followed suit. Prazara would have followed suit, and that would have been the end of it. The only leg that Shakim would have had to stand on at current day would have been YouTube cameras. That is the only leg that he would have left to stand on, and that can only go
And
so
trust me,
far.
she'd have took them buy downs, and then he would have get bought down. YouTube camera would have got a nice cash app, and then he would have went over to another. So maybe he would have tried his hand at Mo3 again. But them niggas ain't going. So he that's why them men over there, they got shit on lock. These women leave themselves wide open too much. And these men over here are weak. They just here to pay and talk about you getting dragged.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm like, damn, like, and I think that I said in 2024 that Brianna doesn't understand that all she has to do is pull her support away from these guys. Pull your support away from the Umar guys and shit like that or whatever, and you win because
So Kim gave her
um,
out when he dragged Nika for no reason. She wouldn't take it. She too busy feeling special.
yeah, all they gotta do is lie to her and call her big sexy or call her any of that other shit or whatever. And Brianna eats it up like cakes and shit. I mean, look at the way ZX dragged the fuck out of Brianna. He even posted. He had pictures on his live of her body and was describing every
Wow.
single fold, every single roll on her body.
Are you
And
serious?
he's a
Wow.
yeah, and he's back on the panel today calling her baby and love you and oh you got this Brianna and all this other shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, ZX will stop at nothing. He will stop at nothing to gain a little bit of traction. And his channel still ain't moving. His traction
Right.
still is in the toilet. And it's like, when are you gonna learn? When are you gonna
Right. That's
learn,
why he's so
ZX?
mad with me. He's so mad with me because he tried me and then he gonna try to hit my link. I blocked that nigga from my stream yard. He know he can't deny it because he's the only motherfucker blocked on my stream yard. He do the same thing with Ness, dragging her motherhood. Then he come back to he'll be back to my son. You the best looking thing on here. I'm like Ness be like thank you. I'm like girl, you stupid. Like I don't know. Like why do they listen to that old fool? He can't even walk. He got a nurse.
Mm. Exactly. Exactly. Why do they listen to these people and stuff? But we know, like we know, I mean, that's why I said Ness is and Brianna are two wings of the same fucking bird. They're one and the same because they both have low self-esteem, and all these dudes have to do is give them a little couple of dollars and say a couple of kind words, and they think they got a friend. But you in for a rude awakening, and Ness, you went for a rude awakening because these people, if you knew what was going on behind the scenes, you wouldn't be you wouldn't be too happy. But you gonna find that out for yourself. But when it comes to the Brianna situation, I think Brianna should continue to do her lives like normal, and don't let these people try to destroy you, because it's getting to the point where like people are like trying to like destroy her. And it's like, why y'all so envious of a fat girl? If she's so fat and she's so unattractive, she's so all this other stuff, why do y'all get off on trying to like ruin her and destroy her? Like y'all really be acting like y'all envious of her, knowing damn well that majority of your attraction comes from her and Pizarro's channel. So it just really looks like some hater shit. And I'm not with that. Because if I come at Brianna, it's gonna be off the strength of she did something to me, not because I want her platform or anything like that. And after a
Well,
while, I'm gonna lay off of her.
I think this says it perfectly. One day you're in, the next day you're content. No protection plans and zero friends on YouTube. Just two point, my 2 cents. And hey, I meant to take the comment. I'm gonna say, hey, Empress. And at the end of the day, we can't act like Computer Back doesn't do the same thing. So she just getting her karma. Is that I give you come because I don't do that. Even though I don't like that bitch, I don't sit around just trying to destroy people. But like if an opportunity presents itself, like she played herself again. So this is gonna be content. And at the end of the day, she needs to stop being a weak ass bitch. She need to come live because the guy ain't gonna stop. He's using this as momentum to kickstart his page. And your little buddy is helping him. The same little buddy that you thought was cute, attacking other women. Like I said, it was never about you. Shakim is extremely jealous of Lemon. Like that's crazy to be jealous of Lemon. But like I said, these people over here, they're fair weather friends. So you know what you in. You do it to other people. Stop deflecting. Don't bring out no old Heat videos. Heaty is not helping you, poverty. Heaty said no. Um, you and Ness, go ahead and fight it out because neither one of y'all or like strong stand up people like that, just go battle for battle. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna play himself into a battle with Roman anyway because he's jealous of Roman. He think this story is gonna put him at Roman stage. Like he's weird, but I like the fact that now her subscribers can see this is what she was talking to in the background. This is the man that she would do anything for. And no, she don't tell everybody that she loves them. She don't even show her own subscribers love. Y'all see how she treats you niggas when any time of these dusty ass niggas come around? And what excuse is she gonna have to keep Shakim around now? Mhm. But anyway,
Yeah, it's like she's trying to prove a point to like Ness at this point to or somebody. She's trying to prove a point to like keep him around, but this dude ain't doing nothing but weighing you down and shit like that or whatever and playing in your face. Like he has no good intentions when it comes to you. Shakim is an opportunist, which is what I said to Ness. I said Shakim is only loyal to those who are going to do things for him. But the moment Brianna does something that Shakim doesn't like, um, whether it's accepting money for him to be bought down or him allowing something to happen or sending the redirect somewhere else, go ahead and send the redirect to a smaller channel or another channel, Brianna, while Shakim is expecting that redirect, and watch him turn on you.
facts.
You don't
They
have
say he
no
did
fucking friends.
it. They say he did it already. I don't really watch her unless somebody tell me something good is going on. But they said the other day, not too long ago, they said that because he sits only waiting for Computer Back and YouTube cameras waiting for redirect. They said that her chat paid her not to give him a redirect. So I don't know if she sent it somewhere else or she just didn't give it to him. But he didn't get that redirect, and they said she got flagged right away. But she
Right.
blamed somebody
And
else.
he feels entitled. Exactly. And he feels entitled to a sector that he doesn't even belong to. Like I just don't
Thank
I never understand.
you.
Mm,
And he even got the nerve to telling people where they at on the top or the bottom. But if you, how you gonna tell somebody where they at, and you gotta stiff, you gotta get people with redirects. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is wrong with you? And you got to kiss up certain people's ass. You got to pay. You had to pay your weight just to even be noticed by people. But that's like, ugh, it's just yucky. But you guys, I know you are enjoying me, Heidi. I'm gonna try to talk Heidi into coming back a little bit later. Make sure you get these, run these likes up on the video. Like, share, and subscribe, and you can hit the Cash App too. Don't forget that, because I just saved y'all from poverty trying to take up a group funding so she can get up Heidi to get the information that she knew she wasn't gonna never get. But yeah, I'm gonna try to talk Heidi into coming back later on tonight where we can really sit down and chop it up. But you know, my baby getting ready to come home from school. I gotta make a run
right.
real quick. But Heidi, any parting words? Because you see the crowd missed you.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that well, this was just like a let me just hit like say this and then we don't want to drag this shit out with Brianna and Ness thing and stuff because tomorrow we don't want to give anybody else any more fame or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to make them any more I'm not talking about Brianna and Ness, but we're talking about remix. We don't want to give him any more attention. He's not in the sector, so nobody really gives a shit. And he has no more information. So I don't even want to make this a thing. But shout out to Uppity and shout out to the people who even Goosey who told Brianna, well, you did something to Heat and Ness back in the day, so this is fair game and shit like that. She didn't like that either. But we're moving on with that. Um Uppity. And I'm not in the streets like that. I don't have my channels deleted. This shit does not, I don't, this is not my validation. This is not my income. I don't give a fuck about this place like that. I come in, say what I need to say, and I leave. But Pizarro, I'm not helping you. So don't use my name for Ness's information. You need to tell ODS to get off his ass, his fat ass. You need to tell him to get off his fat ass and do some work if y'all want to find somebody and shit like that or whatever. Tell him to help out with the Ness situation. Tell Nika to help out with the Ness situation and shit like that. She's already a worker bee for Brianna and shit or whatever. Even though Brianna doesn't take up for her and shit. So yeah, but I just wanted to say that and shout out to Uppity and Nyla, and I will continue to do my thing.
Yes, yeah, Heidi. Shout out to you, and shout out to your new boo who got this new Zen Heidi coming in like the greatest Buddhist ever. Yeah, we know, unfortunately, Roger David. But yeah, I appreciate you for coming through, Heidi. If we can, we'll do this again later. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going on we
Oh,
could
but
talk about as
one more
well.
thing, one more thing.
Okay.
King, I will say with King Roman, if the only thing I would say with the call-ins or whatever, if people want to talk shit about people that you happen to like, let them. That's what the call-ins are for. Because I noticed that when people start talking about Ness, you be wanting them to talk. You be wanting to, you know, uh, change the subject or switch it over to something else. No, let them
Yeah,
talk
because Ness
about
probably
her.
hit him up behind. You know how Ness is, Heidi. You
If
know she
she's
done
that
hit him up behind the
insecure,
screen because he didn't
whoever's
used to
that
be that
insecure,
way.
right?
No,
Whoever's
you
that
you know how
insecure.
she is. Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Whoever's
sorry.
that insecure does not need to be watching the show. If people are talking about me, I'm not going to watch. Don't give a fuck. Ness needs to have that same energy. If it's a free for all and it's a call in, let it be a fucking call in. Let it be a free for all and let people say what the fuck they want to say. Don't save nobody. Let everybody say what they need to say. If it's the subby's choice and the subby's opinion, let the subby speak. Don't try to censor them because you don't want no issues with Ness or you don't want no issues with some of the people. Let them talk. Let them say what they want to say. That's my only thing. I enjoy the watching the call-ins, but I be like, damn, like, why you always trying to quiet people when they talking about Ness? Let them go. I'm just saying. Because with the same courtesy, but y'all gonna see that. But that's all I'm saying. Everybody should be able to be discussed. whether you like them or not. And if they don't like the show, they know what the show is about. If they don't like it, don't watch. That's it. That's it. But thank you, Uppity. Thank you, Uppity. And sometimes I'm not around with my email. I'm not signed into my email, but I'll be checking it periodically and shit like that. So
Hello?
have a yeah, I was just telling
My
you
bad.
I was gonna check my email periodically. I'm not always signed in or whatever. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
It'll definitely be acting like 9:30 when I lay her down. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up later. They better like this video though. Hit the Cash App. But thank you so much, Heath, for coming through. And I agree with you saying because after he hit up because he didn't used to be that way. But I do agree why Queen Tracy gets thing because he said he came from Queen Tracy. Like that's disrespectful. You come from your that's who birthed you into the sector. So I think it's disrespectful to let them get dragged. That's why there will be no dirt thrown on Wiley's name on my. You know what I'm saying? He birthed me in the sector. So you ain't gonna disrespect him. So I
Wait,
get
who you
that. But you
talking
know how
about? Who you talking about,
with
Bertha?
like he said Roman says that he came from Queen Tracy. You know how you coming through the sector back then? So
Yeah.
he's saying his way in through the sector was Tracy. And if you know Tracy is big on loyalty from other CCs. You know how Tracy is. She makes it clear. So Roman used to always have that like because it hadn't even happened on his channel, but that's how Tracy and a couple of other CCs almost fell out because of that. So I think initially Roman was like, no, don't say nothing about Tracy, and he would automatically hang up. But Ness was they should be dragging me too. But if you notice, after a while, he started doing that with Ness. And I'm assuming she done gave him a phone call or two. And I said, you already know how she is from how she gets. You should know that better than anybody.
Right. And if the call-ins are a free for all and everybody can say what they need to say, that means that everybody gets talked about.
I
And
agree
like I
with
said,
you.
if they don't
Yeah,
like it, then don't watch. I don't give a fuck about nothing them old ass bitches, them ugly old bloated bitches have to say about me. I don't watch. You know what I'm saying? But
uh-huh.
don't if you are a true leader, you're not going to bow down to anybody. You're gonna let everybody say whatever the fuck they need to say on your call-in show and shit like that or whatever. Everybody stop trying to be everybody's friend because that's not going to work out in the end. And like I said, if she called all the other gay men sissies that she fell out with, she's going to say the same shit about you. She's going to call you a faggot. She's going to call you a sissy. So get ready for it if it ever happens. So that's the way she thinks about you because Ness is disgusted with gay men and gay men activity. Before I go, remember when she said that remember when she said, "Oh, and what if Lemon was gay, and if something would have happened, and if he would have gave me AIDS, I would have."
Oh
Remember
yeah, yeah,
that? She was
yeah.
talking about how Lemon, I mean, him just even if Lemon was, I mean, well, we know he is, but Lemon being gay, she was talking about
Mm-hmm.
him giving her AIDS and shit like that or whatever
Well, say
because
house
he
to
messes
Virginia. Say
around with
house to
men.
Virginia.
Right.
You know
Oh,
what we
sorry.
talking about. She
I'm
gonna try to
sorry.
get me. Yeah,
Because he messes around with men all of a
yeah.
sudden. So that's the underlying thing she thinks about gay men that they're infected. A lot of black women think that way. So be
Mm-hmm.
careful who you caping for and who you censoring on your show. That's my only thing or whatever. Cause I enjoy watching it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm always gonna be honest whether you like it or not with everybody. So
True.
all right. Thank
Very
you,
true.
Uppity. Hit me up if
Thank you,
anything.
Heaney.
Okay.
I got you. All right. So later, you guys. I'll see you guys around these YouTube streets. Have a blessed day. I'll be in the clouds because my baby about to come home. Chef kisses. Bye, y'all.